Okay, so this was from my live stream yesterday. Had a live war hit. I was streaming Legend Hits with an old friend Dub, and we had a tournament war that I forgot about. So in the live stream, I jump into the war, I covered that, and I did this hit live. So it's basically just a kill squad hogs. Anytime you put the CC, both scatters, the town hall, and all the heroes together, um, it's a really good kill squad hog base. So that's what I did. I think I did 4 Yetis, 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, and a couple headhunters and a Valk, and then a whole bunch of hogs. So siege barracks hogs as well. I've done a video on this style of raid before, but just thought I'd throw this into the video today. And yeah, the queen ends up staying in the core, which is nice because she's gonna get both of those scatter shots, which had to go down. But here we come with the hogs. Probably should have done the hogs on the other side since the siege barracks hogs came out and went into that 9 o'clock corner. But another thing is I don't really use the heal spells very well here. I've kept thinking I only had 2 when I have 3. So I could have kept those siege barracks hogs alive a little bit better, as well as this main pack of hogs too. So yeah, not the best executed raid, or not the most well executed raid. Anyways, as it's coming down to the end here, it's looking like a fail. Unless those hogs by some miracle could tank that single, then this was all over. And then the world champ goes down here, and you're looking at what's left and you're thinking, okay, if that Yeti could tank the Inferno, could the queen break the wall? Or could the Yeti mites get the single target Inferno? Because right there, the wizard tower dies, and it's exactly what happens. It's the closest margin of error for a triple I've ever had. Alright, so here we have our next Clan War League hit, and I want to go ahead and take down, let me just check the audio levels really quick. Okay, I just want to take down this base with some hogs. Now the idea is, also I got left this base. This was the second to last base because I don't ever get to pick early. I actually prefer picking last, if I'm being honest. You know what, let's start that over. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so CWL round 2, I have this base. Now what I'm thinking is we can come down here, the bottom. Let me change my pen. We could put the queen here, okay? With the idea of, I don't want yellow for the queen, I want green. Okay, here. Now what I want the queen to do is come this direction and take out the eagle. So I'm going to need a baby and a balloon to funnel this over here. Queen will take down this and then work her way into the eagle over here. Let's go ahead and delete that stuff. While that's happening, once the CC is pulled to the queen, we deal with the CC. I'm going to put the king here, and that is because I don't want to have to deal with this warden platform hitting my queen, and also I kind of hope that the king can aggro this royal champion and take her down. Now I don't know for sure that he will. It's hard to say in this particular design. He may, what could happen, okay, let's go ahead and clear some of this. He may step up into here, aggro the royal champ to here, and he may beat the wall, or he may come all the way around this set of walls. Kind of remains to be seen. I'm willing to risk it because if anything, I just don't want that warden platform beating up my queen. So clear all these annotations. Now once the queen takes out the eagle and the enemy queen, my queen takes out the eagle and enemy queen. Alright, she's going to move up through here. The tricky thing is I want to get my queen into this Inferno Tower compartment. So we're bringing a wall breaker to break into here. Now, is she going to go in with this trash still up here? Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to risk it. I could bring something to funnel that. I'm not going to. I think it's worth the risk that she ends up inside this compartment to take that stuff down. Once we have it established what the queen's going to do, I am then going to send the hogs. Let's change the color. Hogs this direction. I'm bringing a headhunter for the hogs just in case the king does not get the royal champion, because it is not a guarantee. So hogs in, we're going to heal the scatter shot here, we're going to heal this compartment here. The reason why is because I think there might be bombs in this void here between the Inferno and Wizard Tower. Once the hogs get to this place here, we are going to send the blimp overhead of the warden to catch the Eternal Tome for the Eternal Blimp, just in case we run into, say, some black mines or the tornado trap, what have you. And it's going to have the 6 barbs, 5 sneaky gobs, dragon, 2 minions in there, because I want to make sure that we get the town hall. There is that unfriendly gap all the way around, so there could be bombs or spring traps, and I don't want to risk it, and I don't want to rage. Then once that is done, the hogs only have to deal with this compartment back here with the 2 bomb towers, or the 2 wizard towers, the bomb tower, and the single target Inferno. With me healing the hogs all the way through the first 2 stages of this, which are down here, it should be no problem. I'll have plenty of hogs to tank that single for the royal champion. If anything, if the queen lives, she should be able to take all this trash out up here. A lot of if this then that going on in this raid, but yeah, that's gonna do it. So as soon as this is cooked, I'm gonna try to record this one live, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, and here's the troop tier for anybody who wants to see it. Let's go in. Now, I didn't get to record the voice live for this. It is 4th of July weekend, so I had to sneak this in. We're coming in here, queen, healers with the Cocoa Balloon, baby drag for the funnel. Now we just got to be patient here. Let the queen come up, aggro that king. Rage up the queen. Poison the CC. Oh, I don't rage the queen yet. I'm waiting to see if I need to rage, because I'm like, well, with the poison, maybe I don't, but there was still enough point defense. I end up raging her just to be safe. Looks like that was probably a smart idea. We then put the king down like we talked about. We pull a Tesla farm, so this king actually gets a ton of value, and he's going to come up here and get that royal champion, which we thought there was a chance of that, but we weren't for sure. So that worked out really, really well. The balloons there that I sent for the Tesla farm to help keep the king alive actually tanked that enemy queen for a second, which was pretty clutch, because it gave me a chance to take down that expo before having to deal with the queen. So yeah, it was nice. Now the queen's moving up. Remember, one of the sketchiest questions about this was, could we get the queen to go into that Inferno, and is it worth bringing a wall breaker and burning the freezes there? So we're going to find out right now. We don't have to use a rage to get through the scatter, which is nice because there's no point defense shooting her. We're now approaching this wall break where, are we going to be able to get the queen in without a funnel? Is there a natural funnel for her to go in? So here we went ahead and invested a rage and a freeze, and right now I'm thinking, oh man, she's taking the archer tower first. She's definitely going outside. I just wasted 2 freezes and a rage, but actually she comes back in. So we now start the hogs. I'm thinking, great, this is working out. We hit the queen ability. We're going to put a miner for that queen platform. We're going to heal into the scatter. There we go. And then we're going to heal into the Inferno Wizard Tower compartment where we think there might be giant bombs, and there was. We're going to send the blimp in. Get ready to tome just to be safe. There we go. Probably looking at this now, seeing there's no black mines or anything there, we could have gone ahead and held that tome for the hogs for this back end compartment, and then we wouldn't have lost any hogs. It would have been extreme overkill. But as it was, hogs are moving through, royal champ behind, a little bit of cleanup on the back end. I didn't bring a whole lot of cleanup, which I would say I don't recommend doing that. I think you should always bring a lot more cleanup, but yeah, it ends up working out for this. There's only 20 seconds left and not very many buildings and a whole lot of troops. So we got pretty, I don't want to say lucky. Yeah, we did. We got lucky because that queen going to that single compartment was crazy. All right, let's look at another raid. Okay, so CWL with my mini account, we ran into this old base here. If anybody remembers this base, What I decided to do for this was I want to go king here and then queen here with the intent of charging to the town hall, and then miners to swoop around from the 9 o'clock down to the 6 over to the 3. Now the thing that I want to do is I would like to quake open this area here. Okay, right here. I'm going to put the quakes right on this little section of tiles here. That'll quake all the way to the town hall, and also allow my queen to come down towards the CC channel if we need to. Now, having hit this base in the past, I know if I send the king down from the 12 to 3 side, eventually he's going to come down here and pull the CC for us. He'll then die, but then the queen can take down the CC when it comes over to her. The tricky thing is, because I'm using quakes, I only get 2 rages. It shouldn't be that big a deal because we're coming into here with the queen. What we want the queen to do is not very much. There isn't a whole lot of defenses in there to really make things difficult for her. We'll have 2 rages. We also have the queen ability. We're not going to bring any freezes, so little bit risky, but we are going to go heavy on the miners and hogs because we're not bringing any funnel troops. We're going to use siege barracks over here to get the funnel, and that's pretty much it. So as soon as this is done cooking, I'm going to go ahead and record this live and then see if we can't get a triple. So I'll be right back. Okay, here is the troop tier for anybody who is interested. Again, did not record the audio live, but did manage to get the raid recorded live. So we're going to go king and a headhunter here because of the royal champion, and that's going to help save the king from using his ability. I tried to take down this mortar with 2 balloons, but accidentally only dropped 1, then dropped the quakes because I don't want to have to do that once the queen is down. So I hit the other balloon now. There we go. A miner to pick up that elixir pump. I didn't really like the idea of leaving that there. Of course, it gets it down to 1 shot, so I have to use another miner there. Probably didn't absolutely need it for the funnel, but I wanted to be safe. I then rage the queen here, send in a cocoa loon. The red bomb did find the healers, but the balloon pulls the Sam out, which was nice. King is coming down. He's going to get ready to pull out the CC soon. And there it is. I put another headhunter to make sure the enemy king goes down because I don't want to deal with it with my miners on the back end. Rage up the queen again to make sure she gets the town hall. Going to poison the CC, and we are good to go. So siege barracks, a little late on the siege barracks. Probably should have put that down about 20 seconds sooner. And now the miners. Had to hit the queen ability there, and then we put down the hogs. Now, I probably should have put down the royal champion here, but I forgot the royal champion, so I'm going to have to put it down at the siege barracks hogs area. Here goes the royal champion. And getting ready to use that second heal. There we go. And that's just because of the scatter shot. I'm trying to hold on to that warden ability as long as I can. So, moving in. Hit the warden ability, just hoping that scatter shot goes down relatively soon. Otherwise, this raid is in a lot of trouble. There were a lot of skellies down there, and it really hung up the miners. But here we go. We still have the royal champ ability. We have the wizard and P.E.K.K.A. coming down through the 6 o'clock, cleaning up that funnel really well, getting all that trash. We have a ton of miners that ended up alive, and healers on them and on the royal champ. The crazy thing is about the miners, sometimes you really cannot tell how many are left until all of a sudden 20 miners come out and you're surprised. So yeah, well, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the raids. Did some live ones for you, but yeah, thank you very much for checking it out, and I will see you in the next one.